Dear viewers, welcome to Roloff Family Latest News. Watch the full video and give your valuable comments. Thank you. Other kinds of schooling aren't being discounted by Zack and Tori Roloff. A few queries from their listeners were addressed by the pair in a recent Raising Heights podcast episode. A fan emailed the Roloffs to inquire if they would ever think about homeschooling their 3 children, daughter Lila, 4, and sons Jackson, 7, and Josiah, 2. Embrace each year as it arrives. In response, Tori, 33, says, I think every child is different. Every year is different. We would certainly keep our kids at home, even though we appreciate school. The 34-year-old Zack responds, We'll observe. I'll take every year as it comes, Tori says, cutting her husband off. We like everything it does for our kids, but Jackson is very social, so I think that would be hard, the person continues. Zack, social. Tori explains, he's not sociable. He's incredibly social. Zack responded to a listener who inquired about the most challenging aspect of being a father on a prior edition of their podcast. I think the hardest thing about being a dad is it's just a really altruistic gesture. The worst thing is feeling guilty when you don't parent well, since we don't always do it correctly. That's how being a parent is like, the father of 3 said. When you don't do things the correct way or the simple way, you lose control of your emotions and become irrational and angry. You know you should be playing with your kids while you sit down, but you need a minute. Therefore, I say go watch TV, he said. Zack continued by saying that the challenging things are not just his deeds, but also the tension he feels as a result of his decisions. As in, what will the children do? Are we rearing them properly? Are they turning into decent young people? What will be the course of their future? Zack inquired, what is the strategy you know? We have to give them another 18 years of support. The most challenging aspect about being a father is that it positively consumes you. But it consumes a lot of time. This year, Tori celebrated Mother's Day by posting a number of pictures of her 3 children enjoying the spring break on Instagram, posing with her children. In the first picture, Tori was smiling as she curled up with her family outside and shared private moments with each of her children. In her caption, the mother of 3 also expressed her reflection on having the best job in the world for a moment. I'm a mom, which is the finest job title ever. I am eternally grateful to God for granting me the role of mother to these 3, and I adore them with all my heart. Written by Tori. Today, I'm thinking of mothers in general. You are adored, both now and in the future. Zack Roloff, star of Little People, Big World, just opened out about his relationship with his father, Matt Roloff, and it doesn't seem so well right now. On May 23, the reality star disclosed that his relationship with his father is still somewhat tumultuous in the 2024 edition of Raising Heights, the podcast he co-hosts with his wife, Tori Roloff. He continued by saying that it has been challenging for the father and son to come to terms with each other since Matt Roloff is still refusing to acknowledge anything he did. Roloff expressed his father's mindset as follows. The couple also discussed how watching Little People, Big World Season 25 dredged up a lot of old wounds for them, even though the show's filming ended more than a year ago. The soccer player and TLC reality personality observed that although the turbulence has subsided, their relationship has not truly improved. Things arrive. You discover that others are thinking the same thing when you are on social media. I felt we were kind of evening things out a bit, so it's a pity, he continued. The news follows the formal announcement in February 2024 by Zack and Tori Roloff of their departure from the show following 25 seasons. Naturally, a lot of fans assumed that Zack and Matt Roloff's long-running conflict over the family land was the reason behind their abrupt departure. Zack continued to explain in a February Raising Heights podcast episode how the farm deal had caused hardships for the family, which ultimately led the pair to make this decision. We had finished it. We moved on, he said in closing. When Zack and Tori Roloff discussed purchasing a portion of the family farm in Little People, Big World Season 22, the conflict between the father and son started. Matt Roloff did, however, wind up listing the piece of the land his son was hoping to purchase. Worse, he then changed his mind about the sale and used the property as a short-term holiday rental. When a year of negotiations, the father and son packed up and relocated to Battleground, Washington, along with their 3 kids, when Roloff Sr. rejected their offer. Following the incident, Matt Roloff disclosed that he was not permitted to see his grandchildren. "We go from seeing them every day to cutting them off completely. This gossip is over. If you like the video, then give your opinion in the comment box. And stay with us by subscribing the channel. Thank you.